Buddy back with the final round of Dialed In Disc Golf, dialing it in at Engler Park. We're going to pick it up on hole 13, where I am currently one stroke in front of Austin, and Derek and Alex are trailing behind a little bit, but it looks like that drive will help them get back into it. The wind picked up here a little bit, so as you can see, some of these flex forehands are turning into rollers real fast. In hole 13, it's about 369. It's tucked away into the woods on the right, but not that close to the tee box. Austin here flexing a Sparkle Defender, showing pretty much everybody how to do it. That's a good placement shot for a second. Here I am tucked up against the woods. I have to do some really funny looking stuff just to get out in the open. Here Gallagher is trying to forehand while he's tucked up against the woods, and he just doesn't have a read on the wind yet. Maybe the airplane distracted him. Here's Derek, just probably 15 feet in front of Gallagher. Alex trying to make that gap. A little long. Derek going to try and do the same thing. And he goes just a little short. I don't throw forehands. Here Austin is with an easy layup, and it's skipping perfectly, but nails that tree and rolls right behind two trees. Gallagher trying to save his par. Almost. Not even close. Here Derek is trying to save a par. We're going to have a few bogeys. Here Austin is for birdie. Tree-eyed. There's the first of a few bogeys coming up. The twig next to Gallagher seems to be giving a little more trouble than you would think, but he nails that for bogey. Austin cleaning up the only par. And here Derek is to clean up the last bogey. Hole 14, it is not there. It's about 331 feet. There's pond off to the left, and the basket's pretty much straight ahead just past this giant ditch with all these trees in it. Gallagher's going to be tucked up against the woods on the right. Derek needs this to fade out, get a nice skip, and that'll be in bounds. He'll have a good play for par there. Austin going for it all. And I don't think that's going to fade in time. That lands out of bounds. He's going to have to throw from the drop zone. Here I am. There's a giant wall of trees in front of me. I just need to pitch out and accept that I'm probably going to get bogey, but I don't. And now I'm going to get worse. There's my pitch out. Obviously didn't take too much time on that. I was pretty mad. And when you have 4 shots before anybody else takes their second, it's a pretty bad day. Now Austin's throwing from the drop zone. He's trying to lay up for a bogey. And I think he'll be able to cash that one in. Here's Gallagher's second shot. He's actually more out in the open than I thought he was. But he still doesn't have a read on the win. Local pro. Here's Derek's second. That'll be a tough putt for his par. Not as tough as this double bogey putt, though. And it looks like I ordered a number 3 on this hole. The wind did stuff to that disc. Derek gets the only par on the hole. I'm cashing in that triple bogey. Oh no. Here's Austin trying to get that bogey. Oh man. Oh man. He still looks good in that Spanish jacket. You gotta give him that. Hole 15, 266 right in front of us. There's a tree off to the right that shouldn't be a problem, but it just gets in your head and then you ground into the ground and slide up like 100 feet short. Austin with that sparkle defender again. Trying to throw a nice flex, but he goes straight hyzer. Not that bad though. Gallagher trying to do the same thing. A little bit too much flex. Luckily it rolls out for him. And he'll have a look. Derek for the third straight forehand, and he's weaving through the branches. And he lands about 40 away. Here I am. Was it a run? Was it a run? You decide. Have you ever seen 4 men struggle on a hole this easy? It's painful. It's painful to watch. So I've probably have the most difficult look at par, but it's definitely something you want to be making. Here Austin is tapping out the final par on the hole. Oh, rogue disc. Hole 16, you need to drive over this ditch in the middle, and the basket's parked right up against the right side, 369 feet down there. Derek trying to go flex forehand over the bridge. And he's going to have some trees in the way. Austin stepping up, showing us how to do it. The 155 Destroyer. That thing loves to go. And I think he got over clean. Gallagher just trying to make it into the plains. He's tired of contending with trees. The local pro's not used to this. Derek doesn't have that many trees to contend with, but that's a little bit more hyzer than you want there. Here I am throwing another signature forehand. Actually not that bad. Here Austin is. Not only did he make it over, he's not parked up against any trees. He has a nice soft layup to cash in that birdie. Oh no. The ditch just eats that up. Gallagher's praying for par here. He's going to have to settle for bogey. Derek, same thing. Oh, just a bit outside. Here I am hoping for birdie. Derek cashes in before I even get to putt. Oh, and it looks like that just threw me off. We're going to blame Derek on that one. Look at the look of shame. He's over there picking discs up. He knows what he did. And Austin has to pay for it. So Austin putting from a random area. No disc, no putt, no marker. So I don't know what went on there. Apparently we allowed him to do it though. And now it's me to show that I have no concept of wind and its effect on discs. Gallagher throwing something a little bit more stable. And as you can see, this is a 295-foot par 4. We left it because that's what the sign says, but you'd really feel bad to not get a 3 on this one. Austin with that sparkle defender again. Throwing it out on a flex line. You wouldn't think that would work, but that thing is overstable. And he's just about parked. Gallagher throwing a Nova in the wind. Let's see how it goes. Oh. He went a little too long. He's going to have to contend with those pines, but he should be able to get that. Here I am. I'm about 80 feet away, and I'm going Firebird. And I'm parked. Who would have thought? The forehand is on fire today. Derek cashing in the quote-unquote birdie. Here's another quote-unquote birdie attempt. Oh, Austin doesn't like it. He's not digging the etiquette here. He thought he should have been able to go first for his eagle attempt. But he cashes it anyways. The totally legit eagle. Doesn't even get to see a celebration. Here I am with the patented just set in the chain spot. And that'll bring us to hole 18. There's a Mando right down the middle. And I made it, but probably not the way you would want to. And Gallagher's next up. Look at that tree off to the right. It's basically naked. That tree has seen a lot of discs. Gallagher makes the Mando, and Austin steps up with his Spanish jacket, sparkle defender. And Derek, he doesn't want to be the only one to miss the Mando. He makes it, but it's a little inside. He's going to have the woods to contend with. Not really much he can do here. I think he wanted to forehand roll that, but it tipped a branch and just landed. So I'm trying to hit this gap. And that is right where you want to be, but unfortunately finds an edge and rolls out. I should be right in front of the gap though. Gallagher trying to land right where my disc is. And he might be a bit short. Here's Derek's third. Going forehand. And I think he'll be at the gap. Austin with a flex Thunderbird, just too much flex on it. Gallagher's definitely short. Tries to go spike hyzer, but has a little bit too much spike on it. Derek just trying to pitch this over towards the basket. Unfortunately gets too familiar with that right side. Austin pitching up. He'll be able to par that. Gallagher pitching up for some sort of bogey. He should be able to get that. Here I am with the lone birdie attempt. Oh man. It's just not my day. Derek for bogey. Unfortunate. So I tap in a par. Derek's tapping in a double bogey. Gallagher's getting a bogey if he makes this, which he does. And Austin's going to tap in for a par to win the round. Coming in at even par. Jeff at 3 over, Derek at 6 over, and Alex at 8 over. So that was the first full round at Engler Park. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we can get out and record soon. We're obviously much better than this. But thanks for bearing with us, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video.